you not being as happy as you could be is a good enough reason to make a change in whatever you're doing to make yourself a little bit happier. Go for it. Hey guys, Cassie here. Welcome back to my channel, and today I just wanted to chat with you guys about some stuff that I've been thinking about to see what your guys' thoughts are and how you all feel about this, you people on AuthorTube. This is kind of going to be a video more directed toward other AuthorTubers than just like all my viewers. I mean, everyone's welcome to watch it, of course. I've got weird pieces of hair sticking up out of nowhere. But anyway, I have been thinking a lot about how I feel about YouTube and such. So there have been a few times over the past year or so that I've been on YouTube where I felt like really overwhelmed, really stressed, really burnt out by all of the stuff that I'm doing. But then of course there are other times where I just love what I'm doing and it's really fun and I don't feel overwhelmed at all and I'm having a great time. But this is one of those times where I'm just kind of reassessing where I'm at, what my goals are, where I'm wanting to go, and just what's best for me right now at this point in my life, because things change and people change, and yeah, so I want to talk about that. So I'm gonna get real here and mention the elephant in the room, which is that I think pretty much most YouTubers out there, even if they say like, oh, I don't care about making money off of YouTube, I just do it for fun, I think that most people who are on YouTube have at least given it some thought. Like, what if I could make this my career? What if I could just do YouTube videos for a living? Especially those of us who are authors also, because one of my dreams is to be able to quit my day job so that I can just write more and be at home doing that. So if YouTube could supplement that income to where I don't have to necessarily make a full-time income off of my book sales, but also off of like doing YouTube, that would be really nice. So it's always awkward to talk about that here because I don't want people to feel like, oh, you're just making content because you want to be like rich and famous. First of all, I definitely do not care about being famous. In fact, I would much rather not be famous. I'd love to be a famous author, but I do not want to be the type of famous where I can't like go outside without people bothering me. I'm a very introverted person, so I'm not interested in that. I'm also not even really interested. I mean, everybody would love to be rich, but I don't care about being like, I don't care about having 1 million subscribers. I would be happy with 1,000. That's like my goal. And then once I hit that goal, I'm like, cool, I'm good. That's where I want to be. But it is true that I would like to make some money off of my YouTube for the reason that I would like to be a full-time author and be able to be at home doing that. But the thing is, my husband and I have been working on some online businesses and figuring out where we both would really like to work from home for the future. If we decide to start a family, we want to be able to be home with our kids, or at least have one of us be home. And at this point, because we work together as a team, if I had to quit my job, he wouldn't really be able to do that job either. So he would need to go find something else. So basically we're trying to figure out what we're going to do with our lives. And we have some options that we're looking into and we're excited about them. But I find myself getting more stressed out lately about like YouTube and writing because I have this mindset now that we want to work from home, and what would be awesome is if I could make money off of the things that I'm already doing from home, like making YouTube videos and writing books. So now all of a sudden that mindset of I don't really care if I make money off this, it's just something I enjoy, has shifted to like I do care if I make money off of this and I want to make money off of this, and if that doesn't happen, it's like stressing me out. And it's just strange how much that tiny shift in your mind can just change everything, because nothing really has changed. My channel is still doing as well as it has been. This video is hard to make because I'm not sure how much I should say publicly, because I want to be open and transparent with you all, but I also don't want to accidentally say something confusing that makes me seem like I'm thinking things that I'm not really thinking. I just want to be clear. Like, I don't want to lie to you guys. I just don't want you to also misunderstand in the other direction either. So anyway, basically, I have found that I've been a little more stressed out lately when it comes to making YouTube videos, and I've been I'm just getting too hard on myself, and it's making it hard to enjoy making videos, and quite frankly, it's making it hard to make videos at all, because I have these ideas for videos, and then when Saturday rolls around, which is usually when I do filming, I just, all of a sudden, I'm like, I don't really feel like filming today. And it's because I'm putting too much pressure on these videos to be like mind-blowing, like brand new information you've never heard before that everybody's gonna flock to. And it's just like, it's too much pressure to put on one YouTube video. It doesn't have to be that. And I've never felt that way before. I've never felt like my content has to be like, oh, I have to like come up with something new, or like, you know, I have to do something that nobody's ever done before so that I can like set myself apart. I've never really felt that way before. I was just making videos that were enjoyable and hopefully somebody would enjoy them. But now that, you know, we're trying to focus our attention more on our home businesses to see if we can survive making money from home and not have to go to our other day job anymore, I'm thinking about that stuff so much more, and it's making it really hard to enjoy YouTube. So basically what I decided to ask myself, which I think is a question that everybody out there should ask themselves, especially if you have ever thought like, oh, it'd be nice to make money off of YouTube. What I asked myself was, if somebody were psychic, they knew the future, and they could tell me right now that no matter what you do, no matter how many videos you put up, how hard you work, you are never going to make a single penny from your YouTube channel. You're never going to be, quote, successful on YouTube. This is where you're going to be. You're going to have this many subscribers, this many views, this many likes for the rest of your time here, and you're never going to make any money. If somebody told me that, would I still want to make YouTube videos? And I think that is a really important question to ask, because I found that my answer was kind of twofold. On the one hand, I would say that if I continue working as hard as I'm working right now on YouTube, posting 2 videos a week and like constantly trying to think of like what new concepts people have never seen but never done before, that maybe I could put a new twist on it, or I could do this so that I could stand out among the competition and stuff. If I was continuing to work that hard for however many years on YouTube and never saw any money from it, then no, I would not be happy. I would not feel like that was time well spent. I would feel like I wasted a lot of my time that I could have been doing other things that I love, like spending time with friends or family, or reading, or writing more, or whatever. Like any of the things that I want to do with my time, I think if that were the case, I would be very unhappy that I spent that much time on YouTube. However, on the flip side, I would also not be happy with just quitting YouTube altogether and not being on YouTube at all, because there are things about YouTube that I really love. There are things about being a part of the AuthorTube community that I adore. I love having all these writer friends to talk to. It's so much fun. I have just been so blessed by this community and meeting new people, making new friends who are writers and who are readers, because I honestly don't really have a lot of people in my life who even like reading books as much as I do. And so that is awesome as well. And also just getting to make videos is fun. A lot of times I really do enjoy making videos. If I have something useful to say, or if I'm maybe doing a vlog like for NaNoWriMo or something, it's fun. I do enjoy it. So on that side of the coin, I would not be happy either if I just quit YouTube altogether. If someone told me right now, you're never going to make any money off of YouTube, I still don't think I would be like, oh, okay, well then peace, I'm out. Because I would really miss this community. So basically the conclusion I've come to is that I would like to scale back the amount of time and energy I'm putting into my YouTube channel. Because, like I said, I just think it's important to be realistic and ask yourself, because not everybody who's on YouTube is going to be some big YouTube star. Even if you have great content, like, it really, there is some luck involved, and especially when it comes to niches of YouTube that are kind of oversaturated, and there are a lot of author tubers out there nowadays. There didn't used to be, but there are now, and same with booktubers for sure. There are tons of booktubers. So even if I'm making awesome content, doesn't necessarily guarantee I'm gonna like get anything from it monetarily, or even in the form of like comments or likes. Like, a lot of my videos don't get any comments sometimes, and I mean, they get views, which is nice to know that people are watching it, but it'd be nice to hear other people's thoughts and like have more community. So I think it's important to be realistic and think about the fact that you might never get to that point that you have in your mind as like, that would be great. You might never get there. And if you don't ever get there, are you going to regret having worked so hard for something that you have no control over whether or not you get it? And I think when it comes to YouTube, I do feel like I don't want to be working quite this hard on it, because it just doesn't seem like it's going to be worth my time. Again, I'm not saying I'm quitting YouTube altogether. I'm not saying that AuthorTube isn't worth my time. It totally is, and that's why I am still going to be making videos here. But the main thing I'm here to tell you today is that I'm going to be making videos once a week instead of twice a week. My husband suggested this. When we were kind of discussing, I was like, I don't know how I'm feeling about YouTube, because on the one hand, a lot of times I really enjoy making content, but then other times I feel like, oh my gosh, like I'm always working on this and I don't know if it's really worth my time, if not many people are watching the videos or not many people are commenting or anything. And so he mentioned, well, what if you made one video a week instead of two? And it just instantly made me feel like so much better. Like, I was just like, oh, that would be awesome, because one video a week is so much more manageable. I know it doesn't really sound like that big of a difference, like one versus two a week, but it's like a huge difference to me. I can't really fully explain why it's such a huge difference, but it just really is. It makes a huge difference to me, and I feel like that will be something that I can really enjoy, and I feel like I'll actually enjoy making videos more that way, and I'll probably be able to put more time and effort and energy into making the videos really good, because it's my one thing I'm doing that week. Like, I'm really excited about this, instead of feeling like every week I'm having to like batch film like 2 to 4 videos and edit them, and it just gets overwhelming. When I also have a lot of other stuff that I'm doing. I'm a very busy person in general. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. That's the main thing I wanted to tell you guys, is that I'm going to be going down to one video a week instead of 2, because that's the only thing that will really affect you guys. But I just wanted to also open up the conversation to talk about why that is, and just be honest about some things that I think sometimes we don't talk about a lot, because it's like not classy to talk about money, or like the fact that you're hoping to make some money, and that it's discouraging when the things you want, the success you're hoping to see doesn't pan out, or you have some video idea that you're like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be great, everybody's gonna love this, no one's ever done a video like this before, and it's gonna be so successful, and then it gets less views than all of your other videos you've ever done. And it's like, really? Like, that was the one I actually put like my heart and soul into, and nobody cared. It's hard. It gets discouraging after a while. And I think scaling back to one video a week will just help offset that discouragement a lot and make this more of an intentional decision that I am like not trying to make a living off of YouTube, and I am just doing this because it's fun and I like to be part of the community and I want to be quote relevant enough to like keep up with the people who are here and with those friendships. I don't want to just disappear and, you know, not talk to you guys at all. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm going to be doing one video a week, and who knows, if I want to put up a bonus video some week, I might do that. Also, I am interested in doing more collaborations as well. So if anybody out there on AuthorTube is like thinking like, oh, I kind of want to do this video, but I can't really do it by myself, I want like someone else to be there on screen with me, like, talk to me about it. I might be interested. I really am interested in just being more of a part of the community and focusing on that part, because as I really thought about the future and like, what if you never make money off of this, how would you feel? It kind of really showed me the parts of AuthorTube that are important enough to me that I wouldn't want to stop making videos. Even if it meant like I could do more things with my time because I'm not making videos. I could read more books or write more books or, you know, go on more adventures in the real world. I still wouldn't want to stop making videos because of these important things. And really the main one was that I wouldn't want to stop being a part of this awesome community of fellow authors, because it's just been so much fun. It's something I've always wanted, is writer friends, and I don't have any in the town I live in. I tried to go to like writers groups, and no offense to older people, but it's all really, really old people, like people who are old enough to be my grandparents, and it's like, that's great, but I want some writer friends who are my age too, and I don't have any of those here. So long story short, I really love AuthorTube. I love all of you guys, and I'm excited to be a part of this community. But I'm also excited to stop trying so hard with YouTube to like look up all the algorithms and what's popular and what's trending and like what so-and-so is doing and why did that work and how can I like kind of replicate it but make it my own. It's like, I'm just tired. I'm just tired of doing all that. If I was making tons of money off of it right now, then sure, like that's not a terrible job, but it's not my job right now. I'm not getting anything extra for doing all that work. I'm just doing a lot more work for really kind of no reason. So right now, I feel like it's time to kind of scale back and just chill. Just chill with you guys and make whatever kind of content I want to make and not really think much about whether or not it's going to, quote, succeed or get a lot of views or whatever. I hope all of that makes sense, and yeah, I hope that I've been effectively transparent enough, but not confusing in certain areas, because it is kind of a delicate subject. I don't want people to think that I'm like just some person who wants to like make a bunch of money and I don't care about anything else. Like, that's just not me at all. I really don't. I live a pretty simple life. I'm not really interested in that. But I just wanted to kind of talk about it and be open and honest about why it is that I'm only going to be doing one video a week from now on until, you know, maybe I change my mind again. Who knows? It's also funny to me that I'm doing this right now because I feel like God has a funny sense of humor sometimes in just taking you in directions that seem like they make zero sense, because everybody says that when you have a book coming out, you're in book launch mode, that's when you should be making more content, not less. And I'm doing the exact opposite of that. I'm just like, whatever, I'm out of here. I'm doing one video a week instead. And it seems in some ways like a stupid decision, but for my own like sanity and just my own, not sanity even, that's a little dramatic, but just for my own joy. Like, that's something I'd like to point out here. Like, a lot of times people talk about mental health, and mental health is very important, and some people do actually have like trouble with their mental health, and they might need to scale back on the content they're providing because of that. But I think sometimes people are afraid to say, like, it's not like this is harming me, it's not like it's killing me, I'm not like, there's no major problem here, I'm just not as happy as I could be, and that's an okay reason to not do something or to change what you're doing. It doesn't have to be, you know, and please hear me, I'm not saying that everyone out there who says like, oh, I'm taking a break for mental health is just BSing you. They probably do have like mental health problems, but I'm just saying I don't want people to feel like they need to have some big mental health problem before they can change something about what they're doing, because it's not making them happy. Like, you don't need to get to a point where you're like severely depressed or anxious or whatever before you say, you know, I just want to change this because I don't really like it as much and I'm not as happy as I could be. And that's enough. That's enough right there. You can do that. You have my permission. You don't need my permission. That's the whole point of what I'm saying, is you don't need anyone's permission. But yeah, if you're doing something like making YouTube videos, which is pretty much just for fun, there's no like, it's not like it's an obligation you have. Obviously, sometimes you have obligations in life that you can't just throw out the window because life isn't all about you. But when it comes to things that you're just doing for your own enjoyment, like making YouTube videos, it kind of is all about you. Like, this is just for fun, for myself. So if it's not fun anymore, I should be allowed to change it. And I think everybody needs to remember that. You not being as happy as you could be is a good enough reason to make a change in whatever you're doing to make yourself a little bit happier. Go for it. So anyway, that is, I think, all I have to say. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget that you can pre-order my book, Broken Together, and if you do so, you'll get entered into an epic giveaway to win tons of awesome prizes. Particularly, we have 3 other AuthorTubers books up for grabs. We have Nicole McKeon's The Founding Lie, I think is what the first one is called. No, The Laws of Founding, that's what it's called. The Founding Lie is the second one, I think. That's the one I have on my bookshelf, so I've been looking at it a lot. The Laws of Founding by Nicole McKeon, and then we have Keeper by Kim Chance, and The Savior's Champion by Jenna Moreci are 3 books that I will be giving away on the release day of my book, Broken Together, to anyone who pre-orders. Not to anyone, you don't all get one. But if you pre-order, then you get entered into the giveaway to win one of those 3 books, along with some other awesome prizes. So I'll leave a video down below in the description if you're interested in checking that out. But aside from that, I think that's going to be it for me today. Thank you guys for watching. If you stuck it out this far, for listening to me ramble about my thoughts and feelings. And I would really, really love some comments on this video from all of you fellow AuthorTubers out there. I'd love to hear your thoughts on everything I've said here. If there are times where you've had to scale back or change your content in some way because you realized that it wasn't really as enjoyable, and or maybe you're in that place now where you're kind of feeling that stress and that lack of enjoyment, and maybe you need to make some changes too. Let me know in the comments if this has helped you to realize that. So yeah, that's it, and I'll see you guys next week, because this is gonna be the only video this week. So I'll see you guys next week, and have a great day. Bye. I just have to pop in right now to say how good I feel after filming this. I feel like this is like the most fun I've had filming a video in a while, where I just didn't feel that stress to make this video like really good and perfect and, you know, say all the right things and, oh no, I said that weirdly, and I like, when I was thinking of it in my head, I was much more articulate and then I messed it all up. You know, I just didn't have any of that in this video. So I think we're off to a great start here.